so this is going to be a super quick seated stretch. So everything that we are going to do in a seat. It's not going to be very intense, but I promise it is going to feel so good in your body. So we're going to start in a comfortable seat. And I want you to just relax the shoulders, maybe even close the eyes. We're going to start by just dropping the head over to the left. Ooh, that feels good. Relax those shoulders, especially that right shoulder. So you really, really feel the stretch in that right side of the neck. Let's come back up and go ahead and drop the head over to the right. And just take a nice, easy breath here. Beautiful. Come back up. Go ahead and drop the head over to the left again. And then this time you can either hold here, maybe just make some mini circles, or maybe you want to roll all the way through center and to the right and just roll back to back. Totally up to you. If you were just sticking onto the left side, let's go ahead and switch over to the right. And then start to make your way back to center. Very good. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls. So bring those shoulders up towards the ears and then roll them onto the back of the body and down. Do that a couple times. Very good. Let's take a big breath in. Let's sweep those arms all the way up. And I like to grab one of my wrists and we're going to do a little body sway here. So just stretch from one side to the other, stretching the rib cage. Very good. Come back to center, stretch nice and tall, maybe release the hands. Bring them all the way behind the back now. Interlace those fingers, squeeze the shoulders together, lift the heart. Take a couple deep breaths. Very good. Release those hands, bring them out in front of you now. Interlace them, press the palms away round the back. Tuck the chin. And then sit nice and tall. Very good. We're going to plant the right hand down and take a big stretch over to the side. Sweeping that left arm up overhead. Making sure that that left hip is rooted down. So we're not just lifting the hip to reach further, but really rooting down to lengthen the left side of the body. When you're ready, come back through center. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So the left hand plants down, sweep that right arm up. Keeping that right hip rooted down. So I like to press into my left hand or whichever hand is down on the mat to really anchor down and then lengthen through the rib cage. And come back up. Awesome. Bring the bottoms of your feet together now for cobbler's pose. All right, we're going to do some circles with the upper body. So let's start by just leaning the heart forward here, just till you feel that sensation in the hips. And from here, let's start to make some circles to the right. Rotating around. And we're not rushing this, okay? So I want you to really take your time here and be really present with how the stretch shifts in the hips as you make your way around the circle. Very good. Let's do just complete your circle going this direction. And when you're back at center, let's reverse it. Start to go to the left. Very good. Let's just do one more here. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and keep the left foot tucked in. We're going to open the right leg out to the side, coming into half of a wide straddle. So let's take a big breath in, sweep those arms up, Reach nice and tall. Very good. And then from here, we're going to lean forward, bringing the fingertips down. Okay, so I want you to be mindful here. If you are pretty tight in the hips and the inner thighs, you might not fold very deep, and that's totally okay. I want you to fold down to the level where you feel a good stretch, but you're still able to keep the hips rooted down. Okay, so a lot of times I'll see students start to lift the hips up just to walk their hands further, and that defeats the purpose. Okay, so anchor down, root down through the legs, and then from there start to walk the hands forward as far as you can. Let's just take a couple deep breaths here. Well, start to walk the hands, just start into that diagonal. This is pretty slow. We're going to stay on the inside edge of the leg here. And again, noticing how that stretch shifts in your body as you make that change. And from here, slowly walking the hands back up. We're going to go ahead and take the left hand, plant it behind the hips, right arm up to the sky. This is a freestyle back bend. So we're going to lift the hips forward, rolling up onto that left knee. Hips pull forward, heart reaches back. Lovely. All right, lower the hips down, and then we'll switch sides. You guys, this little series is my favorite right now. Feels so good. Okay. So let's go ahead and sit nice and tall, keeping that right foot hugged in. Lengthen, reach those arms up. Big stretch here. And then from here, folding forward, bringing the fingertips down. And again, keeping those hips rooted down. So the goal isn't about folding as flat as we can. The goal is about getting a good stretch, which means rooting down through the hips and then folding to our edge in this half of a wide fold. You guys, this is such a good pose. If you are tight here, practice this one when you are like watching a movie or watching TV. This is a really simple stretch that you can do in your PJs. You know, you don't even need a yoga mat to do this stuff. But if this is a tight part for you or tight part of the body for you, I definitely recommend doing this pose as often as possible. All right, let's go ahead and take two more breaths here and we'll start to move inward, or I should say to the inside of our leg. When you are ready, you can slowly walk those hands in. Again, noticing how that stretch shifts in your body. And then we'll slowly make our way back up. Excellent. Let's go ahead and take the right hand, plant it behind the hips, left arm up to the sky, freestyle back bend. Lift the hips pull forward, heart reaches back. And then we'll lower the hips back down. Tuck those legs in, very good. Coming back into a comfortable seat. We're going to do eagle arms. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this a little bit better. But we're just going to come into a comfortable seat. Let's go ahead and stack the right elbow on top of the left. And from here, we're going to wrap the hands around one another. Now, if that is not very accessible to you, that is okay. You've got lots of options with eagle pose. So one option is just bringing the backs of the hands together. Another option is just reaching for opposite shoulders. All right, so find a variation that's good for you. Wherever you are, just take a nice deep breath in. We're going to lift the elbows up, gaze up, exhale, calm down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Beautiful. Open the arms up to cactus. We'll do this on the other side. So this time that left elbow is on top of the right. Wrapping the hands around. or you have the option to bring the backs of the hands together or grabbing opposite shoulders. All right. Take a big breath, lift the elbows, gaze up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Release the arms into a cactus and then just bring them all the way down. Very good. And from here, just closing the eyes, bringing the hands to the heart. Our yoga practice doesn't need to be this extreme, fancy, over the top thing. What we just did is very, very much yoga, and it feels good. I hope your body is feeling amazing after doing some of those stretches. And this is a perfect way to add more yoga into your everyday life. So thank you so much for practicing with me. Can't wait to see you again on your mat. Namaste.